is going to be Monday Night Football. Seahawks versus the Eagles, 8:15 p.m. Eastern start time in South Philly. The Seahawks are minus 4.5 on the road, totals 50 points. The Seahawks are in the top 3 in road passing, top 3 in yards per play away from home. Seattle scoring 32 points per contest and throwing for nearly 320 yards a game when they travel. Russell Wilson's completing 71% of his passes, and he's just 14 yards shy of 3,000 passing yards already. Russ has thrown 30 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, wide receiver DK Metcalf has over 860 yards receiving and 9 scores himself. Tyler Lockett also leads this club in receptions with 67 of them. Lockett's got 748 yards receiving and 8 touchdowns himself. As much as they've struggled this season, the Seattle defense currently ranks in the top 5 in fewest rush yards allowed per contest. They're holding their opponents to less than 95 yards a game rushing. Now, Bobby Wagner leads the defense with 96 total tackles. The linebacker also has 3 sacks, 6 TFLs, and 5 pass breakups. Meanwhile, cornerback Shaquille Griffin also has 7 PBUs from the secondary and a pair of interceptions. Now, safety Jamal Adams currently has 5.5 sacks from that defensive backfield, 8 TFLs, and 38 total tackles for Adams. The Seahawks have won their last 6 straight in Philly. They went 6-0 against the spread in those victories. Now, Thorpe, Shell, Pocic, Simmons, and Homer are all questionable for the Seahawks. Meanwhile, on the Philly side of things, as always, they got a bunch of guys banged up. Peters, Kelsey, Ertz, Johnson, Barnett, and Ford are all questionable for the Birds. Jackson, LeBlanc, Gary, and Dillard are still out for the Eagles as well. Now, Philadelphia's on a 2-game losing streak, and they dropped 4 out of their last 6. The Eagles are covering just 40% of their games at the Link this season, and they successfully covered the point spread in just 3 out of their 10 ball games for the entire year. Just 30% against the spread overall for the season. Now, Philly's in the bottom 5 in passing, bottom 5 in yards per play. Carson Wentz is completing just 58% of his passes, and he's thrown 14 interceptions. Wentz has also been sacked a staggering 40 times this season. I don't even know how that's possible, and he averages just 1.4 passing touchdowns per game. The Eagles' second leading receiver on the team is third-string tight end Richard Rodgers, who's currently averaging 29 receiving yards per contest. Meanwhile, defensively on the other side of the ball, the Eagles are in the top 3 in most first-quarter points allowed. The Eagles' secondary has just 2 interceptions all season long. The defense's other interception on the season came from linebacker Alex Singleton. Now, total-wise, when it comes to the number in this one, Seattle went, they saw 3 out of their last 5 get over the posted number. The Seahawks are also 60% to the over when they travel. Give me the Seattle Seahawks -5 and the over 50 points in that game. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. If you guys decide to get a package here today, just keep in mind, we'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Wednesday to you. Happy hump day to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.